First up, we have Audit LA. Audit LA, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I hope I'm not stealing any thunder, but I hope we're not who, are causing the change in what's happening on Monday. But that being said, I just want to continue and just say that in spite of everything being removed, and I know that they paid their fines, I still am hoping that you pursue the criminal part of it, of them putting all these barriers for the ADA community for almost a year because they shouldn't have done that. And that you can't just drop all this stuff. Also, that no more permits because they violated my civil rights and I have a right to seek redress for that. And I just found out that after they paid their fines and their administrative things are removed, they made a nice hefty $75,000 donation to benefit fire. I've some kind of, I don't know if it's the fire union or I'm not sure yet, but just
Thank
know
you,
that
Audit
Scientology
LA.
made a huge donation.
Next, we have Henri Marini. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning. I just want to follow up on that. The law says both fine and criminal prosecution via charge. And so the prosecution part of criminal charges is important. You are responsible for doing so. You have the authority to write letters of support as supporting the criminal prosecution of Scientology for violating the blockade of the public right-of-way, unlawfully so, for about a year. And the fact of the matter is they repeatedly denied the order up until less than a month ago to remove it. And you are bound by the law, as we all are. So criminally prosecute them, write your letter of support to the city attorney for criminal prosecution as such, do your due diligence, and prosecute them just as you would anybody else. Thank you, and I yield the rest of my public comment time.
Thank you. Next up, we have Gigi's phone. Gigi, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, so I would like to start my comment off with some song lyrics. Because I know someone in that room likes song lyric references, so here you go. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. I'm going to keep coming here until there's justice about these planters, until there's justice about the permits. I need to do something further with the planters. That's not right that they were able to go several and people's ADA rights, people's protesting rights. They ignored the city. They disrespected the city so much. You guys need to continue with the planters, and I will keep coming back about the planters over and over until it's not necessary to anymore. Do not forget about those planters, and please do about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Jill. Jill, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I'm going to continue my line of the thread from which Audit, Henry, and Gigi had spoken. I'm going to say ditto to all of the things that they said. I'm going to add that you need to hire an auditor that's going to audit Scientology's permit process and the way they run their events that require permits. You need to have someone inspecting them, and I just think it's unbelievable that you're not doing that. And they're violating people's rights. They're hiding things. There's emails saying that they put those planters there to prevent people from protesting, and you need to know about that. And you are complicit if you continue to allow them to have permits. Bye.
Next, we have Miriam. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm again here to speak about the event permits issued for Hubbard Way. The Bureau of Street Services clearly requires that both sidewalks remain open for public use. Yet, we are seeing armed guards blocking access, turning a public right-of-way into a militarized zone. This is not just a violation of the permit terms, it's breaking the law. Peaceful protesters, concerned citizens, and people trying to reach by a nearby hospital are being denied access. What's happening on Hubbard Way resembles a private Berlin Wall, put up by the Cult of Scientology, enforced with armed guards, cutting the public off from public space. This is outrageous. No one gets to hijack a public sidewalk and turn it into their own little fortress. The city needs to stop looking the other way and actually do something. And if the rules keep
Thank you. That's your time for today. President Koursand, we have 3 additional hands raised. Shall I check if they'd like to make general public comment?
Yes, please.
First, we have Lurker. Would you like to make general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today?
Hi, I'm Haggis, not Lurker. But yes, general public comment, please.
And Lurker?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Would you like to make general or multiple agenda item comment today?
General public, please, and thank you.
Thank you. And lastly, we have Georgina. Would you like to make general public comment or multiple agenda item comment today?
General public comment, please.
Okay, so first up we have Haggis. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. This is more of a follow-up. I had a question many weeks ago, and I asked if any of you are mandatory reporters. I believe on several occasions we've actually had child victims of the sexual and physical abuses of Scientology come and speak on a call-in process here at Public Works. City Attorney, are you taking this back to your office and doing something with it? Or is Kirsten Peterson, head of the OSA, too deep in your pockets that you will do nothing about it? Stop giving them permits until they pay their fines and they have cleared their debt, and stop committing crimes within this city. They're breaking the law. Stop giving them permits. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
Thank you. Next, we have Lurker. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello. 1 minute is not enough. Or is it too much? Is it too much to ask? At a minute at a time, these people can be heard. The point of city council was not to listen to the people and directly go against what their wishes are. You are the cornerstone of our voices. Speak up, roll out, get your affairs in order. Behave like a decent human being. I love you so much. Please and thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Lastly, we have Georgina. Georgina, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm calling about the incessant abuses of the permits on Hubbard Way. It's a grave concern that they're monopolizing this street for just themselves instead of making it available to the entire neighborhood. It should be opened up for parking, should have metered parking. It should never be closed. It's a direct access route to 2 major hospitals. But my biggest concern is the street vacation they're proposing. Closing off that street would close off every avenue of escape for the people that are trying to leave their numbers. Look up the Maureen Bolstad story. I beg you, look up her story. She tried several times to escape. When she did finally escape, They kidnapped her, brought her back, put her in a work camp under 24-hour surveillance. It took her 3 more years before she was able to escape.
Thank
Please
you.
don't close off every avenue of hope these people have. I yield back my time. Thank you.
President Koursand, that's it for general public comment today.
All right. With that, we'll close the general public comment segment of today's meeting, and we'll move on to the multiple agenda items public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per person, for a total of 3 minutes per meeting, 1 minute per item for a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and as you're called, please identify which items you'll be speaking on. Ms. Matheson, if we'd like to go to the virtual platform.
Yes. First up, we have Audit LA. You indicated you'd like to speak on all items. You have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Good morning again. Yes, I want to, on the street updates, I would really like to have, I really wish you would just insist that since you have like a year's worth of people coming endlessly to discuss L. Ron Hubbard Way, that you would finally make a formal statement, because you are allowed to. You're not allowed to interact with us during Brown Act. I get it. You're not allowed to respond to us in the moment, but you are absolutely allowed to put it on the agenda. And every couple of weeks, you have street improvements, on the agenda. So please have them report, because we have been telling you that there's issues with that street. It needs to be improved. It's not just the physical improvement, but it's the improvement of it needs to be accessible for the community. That I want to hear that, yes, we are trying to find out whether or not they really do have that it's really a no parking street, because the city cannot prove that it's no parking. And the signs are obviously fake. I mean, if they're not, I don't know, but and that you are doing something. And also about the street closure permits, okay? They just closed it on Easter, violated my rights and other people's rights, not just mine. Did not have a fire lane at all. It was completely closed off. And that is something that it could be catastrophic, like absolutely catastrophic. And whether fire or just lawsuits, because people are going to get tired of it, because they've been coming for a year now telling you of this, and there's no improvement on that street. Yes, the planters are gone. I did find out that they, did pay their fines, but there still should be criminal prosecution based on what happened.
Speaker,
but also,
please stick to the agendized items.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Well, I'm talking about street improvement. Mr. City Attorney, thank you for the reminder. I consider that part of street improvement. Okay, now beautification. Okay, beautification would be the planters. Okay, the street, it does look more beautiful. Okay, and I would like a report on that too. Okay, when it comes to beautification, yes, they removed but what's going to be next? Okay, what is going to be next? And, so I would like you to do that. Also, okay, with the very last one, it's not numbered, but I do want to thank, Mr. President Koursand for his service. And I actually like you, Mr. Koursand. I think you're very personable. I have, my only issues have been like more in this combative, like on this stage where, you could have let more people speak or, whatever. But personally, I like you. And I really wish you well in whatever endeavors you do. I know from a little birdie that you are extremely hardworking, that you work 7 days a week endlessly for this city. And I appreciate you for that, and I honor you for that. And
Thank you,
and
Audit
the only reason
LA. Unfortunately,
Okay.
that's the end of your time.
all right, well, thank you, because I know you should let us talk at the end, so we, but so we didn't have to do that
Thank
now.
you.
should
Next up, we have Henri Marini. You indicated you'd like to speak on all items. You have 3 minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you. I too also just want to echo on Audit LA's point on wishing Commissioner Koursand all the best, and I'll add just one caveat to that. If there's ever a time once Karen Bass is no longer of use to you and you want to spill the beans, I will be happy to talk to you, sir, and get the story out. I know many other commissioners I have in my pocket that are also waiting for that very same day. And so I extend that same welcome to you, sir. Moving on to the item on Bureau of Street Services, it is an issue because you, as the board, have the power to bring in public comment as a agenda item for discussion. And the fact is that you have had all sorts of status updates on all matter of items related to BSS. And the fact is that you haven't taken the public comment concerns that we've been bringing to you for a year now for agenda item consideration, and that's a problem. That's a clear viewpoint suppression. You're not listening to the will of the people. And eventually, as FBI agents start raiding through not only Karen Bass's corruption, but the collusion between Heidi Soto and the rest of the city attorney department to the rest of the city, this is going to be one area that they are going to repeatedly ask on. It's such an easy win, quite frankly.
Speaker,
The
please
clear
stick to the
suppression
agenda
of civil
items.
rights. And I'll move on to the first item, or I believe it's actually the second one, the Kern Delta Water District project. So I actually talked to the CFAC, the Community Forestry Committee, Advisory Committee, and I had a long discussion with them, two of the actual reps from CU13 regarding waste of water, effective use of water. And one of the things that was repeatedly discussed is that when projects like this are underway and when use of water is concerned, when there is, regardless of who the entity is, when there is a reckless waste of water, continuously so for a month, a year-long period, however it might be, there are in fact not only fines but criminal prosecution that can be brought forward. And I asked this board if it was the vendor in this project that was committing reckless waste of water, be it them or be it Scientology, which they did in June 2024, should they not be fined and criminally prosecuted? I have a letter from LADWP that says outright that they will not be prosecuting them in any such fashion, despite the violations of the law they did all throughout the month of June 2024, turning on their commercial grade sprinklers.
Thank you. That's
And
all
I
your
have the
time for
volume of
today.
water calculated. So I leave this board with that question, and I thank you for your time. And I wish you,
Thank you.
all the best, Commissioner Koursand, and I look forward to getting your story out.
Lastly, we have Gigi's phone. Gigi, you indicated that you would like to speak on the last item on the agenda, the adjournment. You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, so I just want to say, President Koursand, I really respect you. I met you down at Homeboy's Cafe. I shook your hand. I shook several of your hands, but you had a really good, firm handshake, and that means something. And I have a lot of respect for you. And I know that you are moving on to bigger and better things. I just know it. But, you know, even though, like Audit said, the disagreements with you not allowing people to speak and just giving a few more minutes or something, like, that was kind of bogue in my opinion, but I still got a lot of respect for you. And, you know, I'm sure whatever you're moving on to do is going to be way better. And, you know, like, I appreciate you in the city of Los Angeles. You're a good asset to the city. And that's all I got to say.
Thank you. President Khorsand, that's it for multiple agenda item comment today.
Thank you. We'll close multiple agenda public comment, and thank you for the members of the audience for those well wishes and kind remarks. Moving on to our last item, adjourning motion for me. Not a lot of people here, but that's okay because it's 960 words according to Microsoft. So please be prepared. There will be a pop quiz, and I may email it out to our staff who will miss some parts. Today marks a meaningful transition. This will be my final meeting as a commissioner on the Board of Public Works, as I will be moving into a new role in the administration of Mayor Karen Bass as Deputy Mayor of Community Engagement. Serving on this board has been one of the greatest honors of my career. I didn't come here just to fill a seat. I came with the hope of helping shape how Los Angeles delivers for its people. I believed in the potential of this role to create real, tangible change in the everyday lives of Angelenos, and I've been grateful every day for the opportunity to be part of that work. From the start, I made a personal mission to be present, engaged, and available to show up in neighborhoods, support our staff, partner with our city family, and help demystify the essential behind-the-scenes work that keeps the city moving. Whether it was in field shifts with our crews, webinars with neighborhood councils, or town halls and collaborations with council offices, it was always about connection and shared purposes. My time as president of the board was brief, but very full of intention. I'm proud of what we accomplished together, from holding monthly meetings in Van Nuys to expand regional access, to elevating the role of commissioners as visible, proactive partners in service. We didn't just sit at this table. We leaned in to deliver on Mayor Bass's call for us to be reliable, responsive, and a responsible body. To our board staff, over the past 10 days, I've been really and deeply touched by your notes of congratulations, warm wishes, and heartfelt reflections. When I stepped into this role of president, I did so with a clear purpose to show my appreciation and earn your trust and carry the responsibility of being a reliable ally. I can't say for certain whether I became everything I hoped to be or everything you needed me to be, but your words have reminded me why I came into this role with such a commitment. You are the reason I served and the heart behind my dedication. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a fan of the Killers, and I've been mentioning several songs, but recently I've shared how Shot at the Night and all these things I've done have captured the energy of public service. But as I say goodbye here, let me share just one more, because we work on the corner of Main Street. As I reflected on this transition, another song kept playing in my head, Read My Mind. Its words resonate deeply with both where I've been and where I'm going, because Mayor Bass has long given me the green light, and we've got a lot of fight to turn things around and help transform our beloved Los Angeles into the five-star city it's meant to be. And when I think about public works, there's one lyric, though, that keeps coming and returning to me. And that's, if I don't shine, you don't shine. The line says it all. Success here or anywhere, and in this role specifically, though, in any opportunity that I will have ahead, is a direct reflection of the people in public works. You've lifted me up, challenged me, supported me, reminded me of what it means to lead with heart and integrity. To the bureau heads and your incredible staff, thank you. Thank you for your patience, for generously sharing your deep expertise, and for investing the time to bring me along. You didn't just answer my questions. You made space to teach, to build, and to let me grow. Your guidance and trust have shaped me, and I can carry that forward with deep gratitude. And I'm really thankful that Miguel and Keith, you're both here so you can hear that in person. To Natalie and Vanessa, you've been the calm and the chaos that we've had the last 3 years, the magic behind the scenes, and the reason I was able to show up and thrive. Natalie, thank you for creating a family atmosphere and for always grounding us in what really matters. Vanessa, your can-do attitude is unmatched. You've met every challenge with a smile, and you've even assembled the office chair I'm about to roll over to the other side of the building. To my fellow commissioners, it's been short, for sure, but thank you. It's been a joy to serve alongside each of you. Your commitment to the city and your thoughtful leadership have been a daily inspiration. I know I'm leaving this body in steady, capable hands, and I can't wait to watch you continue to lead and build. And to Mayor Bass, thank you for your trust. Thank you for this opportunity to serve not only on this board, but as president, and now for a chance to continue contributing to the administration in a new capacity. Your vision for a stronger, more equitable Los Angeles is one I've deeply believed in, still believe in, and will always believe in, and I'm honored to keep advancing that vision for you. I also want to thank the members of the public who attended our meetings, whether it was in person or virtual, holding us accountable and encouraging us to be better stewards of our responsibilities. Your engagement is essential to the health of our democracy, And democracy simply could not thrive without the voice of the people we serve. Though I'm stepping away from this seat, I'm not going too far. I look forward to continuing working together with our Board of Public Works and our departments, just from a different angle with a broader vantage point to deepen partnerships and help deliver meaningful, measurable impact for the people of Los Angeles. To everyone who's been part of this journey, thank you. Thank you for your trust, your partnership, and your belief in this work. I will carry these past 3 years with pride, a lot of humility, and a deep appreciation. This isn't a goodbye, it's just a shift. The work continues, and I look forward to building what comes next with all of you. Thank you. It is 11:42, Ms. Matson, and with that, we will adjourn today's meeting.
Thank you.
Oh, wait.
No.
Point of order.
Dissent.
You're not getting off that easy. But nice try.
It's time for commissioners' comments.
Okay, we will withdraw the adjournment and we will go to commissioner comments. Whoever would like to kick us off. I'll let Vice President Chavez run the table.
Thank you for that. I'll take that point of personal privilege. You know, as you said, you're not going far, but as you transition from your role as board president to the office of the mayor, I wanted to take this moment for us to reflect on what your leadership has meant to all of us and to our beloved city. You've always reminded us that public works is about soul, that it's gritty, beautiful, challenging, and necessary. But what makes me the most proud is how you embodied those qualities in your leadership. Leading with compassion when our community needed understanding, and standing with conviction when facing those difficult decisions. And I think what truly sets you apart is how you made this work not just about you. Instead, you bring people into the meetings. You brought us on board to the mission of serving the people of the city. You made complex topics relatable, which I appreciate, and it was always about the neighborhoods and the people. You've infused this board with unmatched energy, rolling up your sleeves, filling up those potholes. I think that, to me, just really shows your authenticity and your heart that you gave to the work day in and day out. And I know that as you step into your new role, you will continue to put that very soul and dedication and drive that defined you in your time here, and it will carry you to that next chapter, if you will. So as we continue our work on the board, please know that your vision of inclusive community engagement and servant leadership will remain our guiding light. The seeds of collaboration that you've planted here will continue to grow. And your legacy isn't just what you built in your time here, but what you gave to us and you carried to us, leading with integrity and transparency and a deep commitment to the people that we serve. So I smile whenever you reference the Killer song. And I think you've called it the soundtrack of public service, which I love, because I do believe that music is the soundtrack to life and in the work we do. But in that vein, I wanted to offer another song by a famous poet by the name of Taylor Swift. And a song called Long Live. She says, "Long live the walls we crashed through, how the kingdom lights shined. Long live all the mountains we moved." And I like those lyrics because you've shown us that when we go high, our community rises with us. So congratulations, Vahid. We are so immensely proud of you. And I know I speak for all the commissioners that we are just so honored to have served alongside you, and just know that we will always, always be cheering you on.
I guess, so I just want people to know, the record be straight, that as of 8 a.m. Monday, I will be the most senior commissioner on the Board of Public Works with the longest tenure. Just to get that clear. There are three buckets of respect that I want to empty or disclose. I think the first is that you don't talk about enough, but I think is remarkable, is as an immigrant with nothing virtually, how you rose and became a public service of distinction. That is, I think that's the model that we envision of America, the America that our America. And I think that it's not, I don't think, heralded enough, but I think that is given me so much respect for you, that journey. Secondly, with the Board of Public Works, some would say there was, when I first came on board, a near glacial dysfunction here. And you, I think, brought about a change almost single-handedly, that I wouldn't quite say that the halls of public works were filled with the sound of music, but it was damn close, at least in a sense, as Jenny says, that you not only had an analysis, I think, and an effort that was, I think, a model for us, but there was a empathy and an embracing of everyone in public works. I think made us all feel welcome. You just opened this body up rather than having it close. And opening it up allowed us to see everyone's greatness and what we can do and could do when we put our mind to it. And that has just been tremendous. I mean, from the town halls, the walkthroughs, the valley meetings, everything was just, and even the morning donuts. I hope that doesn't fall on me, that I have to pick them up now. And the third thing is, for me personally, you served as a mentor for me in public works. This was a completely, I felt like a stranger in a strange land, to quote Leon Russell. And you, in fact, provided models for me of how I should act, or we should act as public servants, looking at the big picture, at the same time, the human impact. Having analytical thinking, at the same time being compassionate. And that the time you took to both guide and challenge me has left a deep impression. I'm forever grateful for that. And I congratulate you, and I'm proud to say, when people ask, do you know President Koursand? I said, yeah, like we were tight before anybody else even came on the scene. Yes, congratulations again, and thank you for everything.
So President Khorsand, congratulations, and thank you so much for your help on the board, as many of our colleagues already stated. So when I started in last November, although I knew some of the roles and responsibilities of this board, I think you really helped ensure that steady hand of leadership and continuity of some of the institutional knowledge. And I've been able to really help some of the more complicated issues with the help of our bureaus from the San Fernando Valley to Koreatown to South LA. So I want to thank you for that. And also, because of my background in civic engagement, I really wanted to really unveil the mysteries of public works. And I think you've been able to kind of steer us in that direction with all the town halls and all the meetings that we've been able to do. And I know you're not going far, so this is not a goodbye. So I hope we can always rely on your expertise and your leadership as our new Deputy Mayor of Community Engagement. So thank you and congratulations.
Say the best for last. So Vahid, as you engage in this role of Deputy Mayor of Community Engagement, a role that you've sought for a long period of time, we just want to let you know we're going to miss you on this team. You've assembled or helped assemble a great team through a lot of effort, a lot of vision, a lot of talks, a lot of go out there and do your thing, as you said to me at one point in time, whatever that was. But then you gave some definition as to what that could be. This notion that we would then interact with all these community, the city councils, the community councils, the neighborhood councils, everybody every step along the way. And even if we were at an event such as a cleanup this past Sunday, when someone came up antagonistic or whatever else, you know, that kind of thing, sometimes you might hear in the boardroom during a meeting, so to speak, you engaged the person, answered their question, responded, and even if they weren't satisfied, they came to Commissioner Grant later after you and I left and got that information. So you have led by example, and that's something that not all leaders do. It's just do as I say, and there's no example as to how to lead. Now, I have been with you in late night community meetings. We've all been with you at late night community meetings. After Palisades Fire, we were in Santa Monica. And I had to leave and go to the recovery center. I said, what time did you leave last night? You didn't leave that recovery center until 8 o'clock. To the last question with those community members from the Palisades Fire, that last question was answered. Some would have been in bed by that point in time, but you were there. You have demonstrated what true leadership means. And we know you're not going far. And I've often asked you on a weekly basis how many days straight you've worked. And sometimes it was 8, 10, 12. I hope you take a day off every now and then. There's only 7 days in a week. And even if you work 8, just take the next day off. But I know the type of person that you are and the type of commitment that you have and the passion that you have for what you do, no matter what it is. And so I know you will bring that same commitment and passion to your new position. And we'll be right down the hallway. And we hope you don't forget where you came from, and you'll come and visit us every now and then. I'm sure we'll be working together still. And by the way, the credit card is still open over the Donut Man, so we'll be charging your card for those donuts. Thank you so much for your leadership.
Don't we have a certificate that we wanted to present?
Yes, we have multiple gifts to bear to you, President Koursand. So we'd like to present those to you, I guess now, at this time.
Commissioner Kang is asking if anyone else would like to speak. Otherwise, we're going to adjourn. Not you. You have 1 minute.
Yeah, I just wanted to say how proud I am of you. Not a lot of you know this story, but when he first got the opportunity, he came to me, he said, what do you think about me working for the city? And I told him, why are you asking permission? It is your dream. It is your passion. Don't ever ask for permission to do that. I'm very proud of you that you're president, or about to be president. That's it. I yield my time.
All right. It is 11:57, and for my last time, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, President.